All right, this one. Oof. This is a good one. You know, those are easy because they're nice shears, they're good, or a blender, sorry. And it's these that give you the trouble. Isn't that right, Bill?
The better the shear, the easier they are to sharpen, aren't they?
Yes. So I'm gonna look at the set. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay.
Do these same principles apply to chunkers as well?
Yes. Yep, absolutely. Oh, this is brutal. Oh my gosh. Oh, Bonnie, take a look at this. There's a bow, and there's no way we're gonna get any kind of angle in there. We're gonna go, this is jungle warfare. This is, you're in the battle zone. I don't have all this stuff. We're just gonna go old school. We're gonna go flat, and we're just gonna go back and forth. This is brutal right here. This is brutal. This is mash. So I can feel it. It kicked up a burr. We got a burr. I'm going to, Bevel Bob's going to put his bevel on here. It's a worn out 100. So with this one here, it had such a bad negative angle that I just left it, and I'm just using it to my advantage. And we're gonna see what we can do. See if this will cut. All right, I can put this together. Let's see what we can do. Who sings that song, The Magic Man? The Magic Man. Putting a new washer in. Apologize for people watching the videos.
How do you make the judgment call on when to replace the washer?
I do it all the time, everyone.
Just
kick it.
Every time?
Just kick it.
Bonnie, do you automatically change out washers?
I never, unless the washer is broken, I don't try to redo it because when I reseat it in there, I mean, it's just personal differences. When they, like you was talking about how they'll loosen up because they have to be seated, I have more of a problem with the screws loosening them up and they're complaining to me that their shears are folding hair. So I don't replace the washer unless it's necessary.
Okay.
But it's...
That makes sense.
I'm gonna put the negative, just keep the burr back.
But on the other hand, he makes sure they're tight when they go out the door because they're going to reseat and do that stuff.
And he's from more of a manufacturer's background than I am, so they always were putting in washers and always, y'all usually had 2 washers in most of your shears.
This one's bottoming out, so I'm gonna put 2 in there. Just because you said that. I mean, I was thinking it, and then you said it. So I was having to tighten it up too much. So I'm gonna put another washer in there.
So like if you're getting the practice shears that we use are the ones for the ISSA, they're ones that he's made, and all of them will have 2 washers in them.
Okay.
Sometimes I take out one of the, don't let him hear this, but sometimes I'll take out one of those washers. That gives me a washer for another shear down the road.
Jeez.
You're so tight.
I know. Those things cost, what, $0.05 a piece?
Yeah. I used to see them on the floor and throw them away when I was a kid. Now when I see one, I'm licking it up. And, when I didn't have to foot the bill.
I mean, I can go back there and get a bag of washers anytime I want, but I'm tight with those washers.
All right, so this one, I'm gonna put a negative because I know it's gonna catch in the back. So I'm gonna go back and I may even, if I have a really flat disc, I may just go, when it's running this way, and just go zip right in the back, but this is too soft. So I'll just go bam right there and put a negative. Oof. Yay. I'm just working it so that when somebody uses it, kicking that burr up again, and kick it back, because they're gonna crush it.
I guess the concept in these is don't bend file.
Pardon me?
But the concept on these that you're doing is don't bend them, file it.
Don't bend them.
Don't bend the blade, conform it by the sandpaper.
Yeah. Normally, you always want to work on the inside before you bend. This has a crazy burr that kicked out for me. Trying to knock it off, so I'm gonna deburr it again. All right, now here's a moment of truth. This is gonna be a tough one because it has so much bow in it that it's gonna want to do nothing in the back, but I'm guaranteeing it'll probably cut 3/4 up through it.
I think that was the worst of the three, wasn't it?
So yeah, it's cutting. See how far back it cuts. Like I said, it's not gonna cut that back inch, but Jane, how much of this blade do you normally use? 3/4, I mean.
Yeah. I don't usually use
Yeah, I mean, it's normally you don't. So it cuts.
It's just according to how big of a hurry you're in.
Pardon me?
Sometimes it's according to how big of a hurry you're in.
Who?
How big of a hurry you
Oh, hurry you're in. Okay.
Hurry.
Yeah, hurry. So
You understand, Tennessee?
I thought you said
Yeah.
head.
it cuts. It cuts from here forward. I know it wouldn't cut there because of how bad a bow that is. Now we're gonna see on right here. Boom.
For ones that are this bad, do you charge extra?
No, you can't.
Just take them all.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a customer that you've been sharpening for forever, and then she gave them to somebody and they came to you like this, I might
So
tell her.
you can open, close, feel it.
As long as it's not
Oh,
your
yeah,
work, you tell them.
quiet too.
So you can pass it on and
Look nice.
well, as good as they're gonna look. But that's an extreme case.
That's the only ones I had for you. These are just ones I use for show and tell. I don't think any of them are really bad, but you can check them and see. This one I just used to explain to them about not to take off those corners.
Curved ones. Everything, the same concept applies. Obviously, you have to have a nice set. But what do you do with the hone line here? I want to see how this cuts. And if it cuts, great. If
It's
it,
too bad, as I recall.
you know, no, you're right.
I mean, for something I bought cheap.
Yeah, it cuts. Let me see how it cuts here. Oh, it fails this. All right. So it cut the Viva test, but it failed this fine test. And I guess curved shears are tomorrow, but you know what? We're going to do this curved shear right now because we're doing blenders. And the same thing applies here, and we're going to do some jungle warfare. There are two ways to do it. One is the good way, and the other one is if you don't have the proper machine. Take it apart, very lovely. You can use this, go flat.
Arc home.
Just
Arc home. We got two different grips.
oh, you can run it back and forth.
Turn it sideways, it's concave. See, one side is concave.
I mean this?
Well, that's convex, but the opposite side is concave if you're doing that blade. See, it's concave.
Oh, I'll be damned. I didn't know that. All right. Never tried concave. Try
Since
it.
you're doing that blade.
Yeah. I never used this before.
It's a Japanese one. They used it for sharpening the bonsai scissors.
So you sell these?
Yeah,
Oh well, how much are they?
$35. Lot cheaper than the-
$35?
Yeah.
Sold.
Japanese nanowalk.
Let's go old school.
Takes less room.
The inside, you want to use a little curved. We're going to go back and forth. And this is where I do not like doing it by hand, where
It's not as accurate, no.
it's not as accurate. And I can feel the burr is very nice. Then I'm going to put an edge on here.
It's my other shear that had the tag on it?
There's one still on
Okay. Because like I said, these ones are customer.
So it's always nice when the shear goes to the left. It's easy to sharpen. The ones that are hard is when it goes to the right, because the tendency is it goes da 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 da. But if you use a Velcro, it's more forgiving.
I
And
didn't bring my curve adapter. That works because it's I don't have it here.
curve adapter.
Yeah, you didn't see that? Susanna made that.
Never. I lived under a rock.
It's like a ring that goes over. I'll bring it tomorrow when y'all do curve shears. Susanna got a nice little polished scholarship out of it. Reading that curve adapter.
And you can't see it or hear it, but normally when I go across, that last 1/4 inch, it looks like I'm letting go, because if you continue all the way through, you're just gonna wipe the tip out. And just naturally, in your mind, when you're going across, when you stop that last 1/4 inch, you've already hit through it. The rest is just, you know, just boom, aggressive. That's amateur hour, which you don't wanna do. So I put an edge on there and I can feel, at the very tip, that's too gentle. Need it. Get a little burr. These Velcro are so forgiving. Makes me look really good.
That's why I use it.
All right, so I've got that on there. I'm just gonna take a little burr off.
Being pretty gentle doing that, right?
I'm being gentle. I could also use this and just do a negative just to get that burr kicked off. So now it's the other way. It's fine. This one we didn't do the Rockstar version. That's okay. We did the jungle version. Good. I mean, do it properly. I would like to use either this or that. All right, kick the burr up, which is nice. Then you gotta take the burr away. The danger with here, I don't know, we'll see if there's any danger. If it's gonna kick up on me or not. Yeah, this works nice. I like this. Jeez. You know, it's amazing that you, well, I was talking to Jason, that, you know, by doing education, you find other sharpeners come in, you're like, this works pretty good, or I forgot about that. And this felt works really well.
See, I've been envious of your super pads. I think there's a place for all of the leather, the stone, and the super.
Or if you have a nice buffing wheel. I'm trying to get the
Or you get into trouble, those that people that want to use all three, and they go to all three, and they think the shears have to look like pristine, perfect, and it's you get in there, you get the edge, and you get out.
This
Make some money.
This is going to look nice. All right, let's put this together. These are tough, because not only are you working with teeth, you're working out teeth that are curved and make things. All right, so it feels good here, but right at the tip, I know it's going to give me some issues. So I'm pulling them apart, squeezing them, pulling them apart. See what happens here. This bumper's broken too. I need a new.
Oh, is it screw-in bumper?
Yeah.
You did that. You have to pay for that one. That was good when I handed it to you. number 3 size.
I don't know. I don't know.
See if that one.
I thought there were only 2 sizes.
Yeah, that's all I got is 2 sizes. And I also have like just the little plastic caps that'll go on top of it.
And so,
Is that fitting?
yep,
Yeah,
that
it's
works.
usually what's common.
All right, I gotta take some of this bumper off. It's too high. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you did too much in it.
You have another one?
Misty still here? What's the cost on bumpers, Misty?
$30 a piece.
Charge.
Okay.
This is
That
nice.
one's in there?
Oh no, this is good. I like this because it's nice and fat. Love it. Sometimes these bumpers, if they don't fit through, you can put it in warm water.
Does it need to be shortened?
Just
Oh, no, let me show you how I shorten it. Wait a minute,
No.
wait a minute, wait a minute. This was one of our ideas at the Sharpeners Jam one time. I can't use lighter. Don't laugh at me. You get that, catch that on fire, and then you squeeze it.
jeez.
That was a winner one year at the Sharpeners Jam.
It worked.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And you can also do it on the inside. You can cut it, when you trim it off on the inside, leave a little plug, and then
Yeah.
like that with the lighter, and then mash it in, not with your
All
finger.
right. When I close it, you can feel right there's a little. So I'm just gonna work on that side. That feels good. And then, again, this is. It's right there. Oh, much better. Yeah, that feels good. Still,
Think they need to bend the blade?
no.
No?
We could, but all right.
No?
I'll bend it a little bit.
Well, curved shears, you can usually bend the blade without a whole lot of worry, because that's how they got the curve in them.
Well, this one here has has curve and then a kink. So I'm a little worried that it might be a little soft, but we're gonna find out.
Just in general?
What's that?
I said in general, do you have to bend shears a lot?
Some people do, some people don't.
I hardly ever bend them. Curved shears, you end up having to bend them a lot. Dog regular scissors more likely than needle shears.
For those two?
But a lot of it, you have to be willing to walk away from some sharpening and just sell them a new pair. And then you can, if you want to take them home and bend them and practice on them. It you know, depends on your, the CCC, the courage part.
I had a groomer that has like silver coat shear, very similar to that one, and it's just, I mean, you can find it for $13 on AliExpress just right? And I had a groomer who continuously wanted me to sharpen this one, and I finally just showed him the link, and I said, just buy the scissors there, buy 4 of them, and when, you know, 2 go dull, buy 2 more, and
I'm on the struggle bus on this one.
It's I mean, this is a business, it's not a hobby. We want to aim to be a successful sharpener, which means that you're making good money for time invested. But you have to do what...
Ramon, if you need to, I have a set adjustable that's screwed down here too that may give you some more leverage.
Oh no, I got it. Perfect. I just did it. Boom. Cuts perfectly. Well, boom, done. Now let's see what it does on the hair. All right, we're gonna pray to the gods. Gonna cut. It's doing everything good except that last tooth. So without the tooth, it's perfect.
But it was folding before, so
Yeah.
we definitely would improve this.
So it's the last tooth. So what did I do in the last tooth? The hone line looks terrible. But you know what I'm going to do? Here, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do a twist because it doesn't want to cut at the end. So I'm going to twist that tooth in there. So I take it here.
Do it slow and explain what you're doing.
I'm putting it in the bending block. So I'm not bending. I'm doing a twist. So it's raking, putting the angle.
So your hand is actually moving this way.
Yes, I'm going, I'm taking it and going, trying to bring that edge in. But you don't want
The teeth in towards the end.
to, yeah, because like a rake, it's a rake angle. You bring the teeth in, but you don't want to do too much because it can. All right. That's that last tooth. It's that last tooth, Bonnie.
Well, these belong to me, not a customer, so. And I doubt if they cut.
So it cuts that. Almost. You know, I'm gonna cheat. Go up to that edge, last tooth. Now we did it.
Got it?
Yep. Close, boom, done.
Yay.
And I'll pass this around. And again, is it perfect? No, but it's pretty damn good. So,
This is when you say, I've improved these 100%, but you might want to be thinking about replacing these with some shears like this I happen to have with me.
I don't think so. When you feel this, you're gonna love them. I mean, they feel good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Other questions? I mean, unless you're right on it.
Any questions for the group? Otherwise, you can come up here and play.
All right, I'm gonna get some blenders over here, and then if anybody wants to come, and we'll do one.